Good morning and welcome to Saltfix. It's Thursday morning. As you can see, I'm doing the right thing, social distancing. I'm out here by myself this morning. I left the boat ramp before 5. There was no one around. I had some bait in the freezer. I had fuel, so I haven't interacted with anyone at all. I don't think I'm doing any harm, to be quite honest. Anyway, I've headed out here. I've run out probably about 2 miles to a bit of a ledge that I've fished quite regularly. It's not a spot. Everyone keeps saying, where's your spots? It's not a spot. It's just a contour. Just a really obvious contour. Anyone can find it on avionics. It's just a contour that runs north to south along the coast here. I just fished the back of the contour, simple as that. It's 13 meters, drops down to 15 meters, down to 16 meters, off onto the sand out behind me here. I'll do a bit of sounder work later when I leave here. I didn't want to sand all over the top of it in case there was fish. I didn't want to spook them, so I'll do a bit of sanding around, show you guys what the ground looks like here. Really, it is nothing special. I just anchor up sort of on the edge. I try to stay away from the 13s and 14s because that's really heavy kelp sort of stuff. And in the heavy kelp is where you get all your pickers, all your wrasse, and that tends to be where all those snook live. So I like to sort of sit just on the back of it, like really close to it, but on the back of it where I'm fishing kind of onto the sand. I think, well, my theory is the snappers sort of travel along the back of the contours. They may come from in the heavy kelp and come out, but I feel like they travel along the back of the contours. So I just belly up, throw some baits out the back and wait. In the meantime, I'm going to sit here, going to enjoy my coffee, going to watch this awesome full moon. Check this out. Awesome full moon. The sun's just starting to come up. Literally not a breath of wind. Yeah, it looks like I've scored an awesome morning for it. So hopefully the fish want to play ball, and we get into a couple. Just want to try to get myself a snapper for the family, bit of a feed. We're trying to stay away from the shops as much as possible, so if I can get some fish out here, then that's a win. That's one less trip to the supermarket we have to do. If I can't get myself a snapper here, I might burn in a bit later and see if I can't get some kingies in on the reefs. But in the meantime, this is just magnificent, so I'm going to enjoy it. And yeah, tomorrow's Good Friday. I think we're going to give the boat ramp a miss tomorrow. As much as everyone's being told, you know, don't do it, don't go out with your mates, I've got a funny feeling tomorrow the boat ramp is going to be absolutely jumping and I don't want any part of it, so I'll be staying clear. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to kick back, enjoy the morning. Fish on. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Barely up in the right place. Eventually they'll show. This one feels like a snapper. I don't think it's very big. I was actually just having a look. The ledge I'm sitting on here, it's always a bit dodgy. Oh no, it's not a snapper, it's a skippy. It's a decent skippy though. Decent sized skippy. You can easily get a feed of these. I might do, if I don't get a snapper in the next half an hour or so, I will get a feed of these, but for now this guy can go back. Oh, that was a bit of excitement at least. Yeah, as I was saying, the ledge that I'm, oh, hang on, here we go. Oh, that was a bit of fish. The ledge that I'm anchored up on here, it's always a bit hard to tell when you're anchoring. But now I can start, the sun's coming up a bit, I can see the sand and I can actually see the reef, the line of reef here. I'm sitting literally right on the edge where it falls off to the sand, which is perfect. That's exactly where I want to be sitting. Like I say, if you go up onto the reefy sections, up where it's 13, 14 behind me there, you're going to get a lot of your wrasse and a lot of your pickers, and you're probably just going to struggle to keep baits in the water. If you sit actually just behind it where I am here and throw your baits out onto the sand, A, they're much more visible, and B, you don't get your pickers. I think it's because, again, I'm only theorising here, I think it's because the pickers are too scared to venture out into the open, out onto the sand into the open, because they're too visible to predators. So any predators travelling the back of the contour here, if there's any fish out here on the sand out in the open, they're visible and they're vulnerable. So all the pickers and the smaller stuff will stay right in on the reef edge here, and the predators will travel along the back edge. So if you're sitting on the edge and you got your baits out nice and visible out on the sand out here, then you're in with a chance. I wish I hooked that last one there. That was a better one. Anyway, keep going. Now my problem. Now my problem's going to be getting baits past all this skippy to get to the snapper. What I might actually do, swap over to a bigger plastic on one of these rods here, just to sort of, then I know I've got something in the water the whole time. Skippy will hit a plastic, but I'll go with a big one. Convenient enough, here's one rigged already here. Berkeley Nemesis. I'm going to whack that out because I know the snapper like these, and I know that's a little bit big for the skippy to tackle. I mean, they will still hit it, but at least I'm not just going to get my bait stripped. The only real trick you got to get through these is A, put a plastic out like I have there. That's quite a bigger plastic. Smaller plastics, the skippy will smash them. And B, whack it out as far as you can. The skippy will all tend to mill around in the burley trail out here, whereas the bigger snapper will tend to hang back right at the back of the burley trail. The big pinkies are a bit spooky coming right up to the boat, so they like to hang back a bit. So if you whack your baits right out, sometimes you can avoid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. So there's that plastic just got smashed on the fall by a decent fish. This is what I love. I think I've talked about it before. These 16 TT heads. They're awesome. They've still got a 5.0 hook, a decent sized hook, big thick gauge, but just the lightness, that 1/6 of an ounce, I think it is really, really light, and it just lets them fall nice and slowly and just keeps them right in the strike zone a lot longer. And these snapper just love to hit them on the way down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's a pinky. This is the one we're going for. Oh, it's got a bit of a head on it. Oh, he's in the rocks. No, come out of there. I've got 30 pound on this rod, so I've got a bit of breathing space, luckily. Oh. So sure this is a pinky now. Oh, he's loving the rocks down there. Come on, come out of there. Oh, if it's a pinky, it's a big one. I'm seeing some, oh, out of the rocks. There's some big flashes down there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a snapper. Oh, this is awesome. I wish I could show you this. There's these big flashes down here. I'd really love to get the GoPro and show you this underwater because it just looks amazing. but I don't want to risk losing this fish. Oh, there he is. Okay. Phew. This guy in. Wow. There you go. Right on 80 centimetres. Rightio. So there he is. Look at that. That Berkeley. It's not a gulp, it's a Berkeley. I can't remember what they're called now. Berkeley power bait, Nemesis, that's it. Hanging perfectly in the corner of his jaw. That little 1/6 TT head just hanging there. He's slammed that on the way down. Beautiful fish. I'm going to slab this guy because, like I said, I'm trying to avoid the supermarket best I can, and this will feed my family for a couple of meals. So, stoked. I'm going to get this in and get this gulp back out again. So there it is, the Berkeley power bait Nemesis. That big wiggly tail and the light head just keeps it in the strike zone, and it just slowly wafts down. I've got a bit of Procure scent on there just to make it smell pretty, and he slammed that on the way down. It's got me puffing. I'm hooked up on the other rod now. I'm going to throw this back out while I deal with whatever's going on there. I think that's just a skippy or something on there. Oh, that could be the bottom. I think it might have a snag. Okay, here we go. What's this? Oh, it's a skippy. Or it's a little finky. No, it's a little snapper. It's just a little guy. These are actually the guys I'm supposed to be putting tags in. So I just stuck a tag in this guy. He's the future. So I'll put a tag in him. I'll get him back as quickly as I can. Quick measure and back in. And he's gone. Cool. So I'm just twitching this. Just twitching up this Berkeley Nemesis. Just small lifts off the bottom, a wind, let it drop. Small lift, let it drop. Slowly. The pinkies just like it slow. If you go too fast, they won't touch it. They like it slow, they like it falling. Sometimes they like it just sitting flat on the bottom. Faster retrieves are more for your kingies and your sambos. The slower retrieve will get your dewies, your snapper. Also the skippy like a bit of movement, but too fast and they won't be bothered. You guys might notice I'm back to using all my own gear again. I've got the Abu Vertius with the old Dyra frames I've had for quite a few years. Unfortunately, due to the current situation, the shop at Southside Boating and Fishing, the boys have had to close down due to just lack of business and just the current situation at the moment. The boys have had to close the shop. So I took those rods back down to them the other week and gave them back the rods that they lent me to use. Pretty exciting. If you stay tuned and stay on my channel, we're going to be doing a giveaway pretty soon. That Daiwa Caldea I've been using, the one I've been loving so much, we're actually going to do a bit of a giveaway between myself and the shop. We're going to do a giveaway of the Daiwa Caldea and that the Daiwa Zero rod, the ultimate snapper fishing combo. So yeah, stay tuned to my channel and I'll give you some details soon of the competition and how you can enter. But yep, we're going to give it away. So in these tough times, if anyone's looking for a new rod, could be a chance to win one. Hopefully this whole situation settles down soon and the boys in the shop can open back up again and everyone can get back to normal and get back to doing what they're doing, because there's a lot of people doing it tough at the moment. A lot of businesses closed, a lot of people out of jobs. Pretty sad situation. If you're doing it tough, just keep your chin up, guys. I'm sure there's plenty of support out there, mates, family. Hopefully this doesn't do too long. The way I see it, this is a chance for Australia to either show the worst or show its best. I'd like to hope it's going to be the best. There we go, here's another one. It's not as big as the last one. Pretty sure it's a snapper. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's just a smaller one. Splash. Is there anything better than that big flash in the water? So there's that small guy there. He's just on 50 centimetres, he's size, probably perfect eating size, but I've stuck a tag in him and he's going back in as well. Good for our future. See you when you're 90 centimetres, mate. That'll be right. The GoPro just goes flat. I'm changing the battery in the other GoPro and I'll hook up on this right here. I know, might be able to film like this, I guess. Another decent fish on. I could see him on the sounder. Maybe I'll show you that a bit later on. I could see a couple of solid arches on the sounder, so I knew the snapper was still around. Normally by this time when the sun comes up and gets a bit brighter and the water's nice and clear like this, they normally go into hiding. And this is not even a snapper anyway, I think it's a skippy. Wow, he's putting on a show. That's because it's a decent skippy. Look at that guy. That's a pretty chunky skippy, really. But as I said, there are still some solid arches on the sounder, so I know the couple of snappers still around. Here's a nice fish. Be happy with a handful of those for dinner. Nice. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I've already got a feed. I've got my snapper in the bag there on ice, what I wanted. I've tagged a couple. There's still a lot of fish in the trail. The skippy going off, and like I said, there's a few arches showing on the sounder here and there. I'll probably catch another fish snapper if I stayed, but I've got enough for what I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head south to one of these break-in reefs in close near the beach and see if I can't get up a few kingfish before I head back in for the morning. I think that's it for me today. I've come in to have a look for the kings, but the reefs, it's pretty hard to see from the GoPro. The reefs are breaking pretty heavy today. The swell side popped up. Shut this up. The swell's pretty much popped up up to nearly 2 metres, and there's quite a big period between it. There's waves actually breaking. I don't know if you can see where that one's breaking there is where I'd normally sit. It's not worth taking the risk on days like this. Waves can pop up anywhere and I don't want to end up upside down. So so I'm probably going to give it a miss for today. I don't know, I'll check this next reef further up here and see if I can anchor in there. If not, then I'm probably going to bail it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be sitting in there today. Might run home and grab some breakfast. That's it for me today. I had a look at the reefs where I'd normally go fishing for kings, but I didn't like the swell. I was just looking a bit dicey in there. Probably could have anchored in there if I was really keen, but it's not worth getting flipped over for a fish. I probably got too close as it was, anchoring up in there. Once you're anchored, it's really hard to move in a hurry if you need to. If a wave comes through, you're pretty much just sitting duck. So if I'm under power and I'm steaming through there, I'm not so bad. You can have a look and you can run if you need to, but once you're anchored up, it's a bit sketchy. So yeah, I chose not to have a fish in there today. I'll check it next time when the swell's a bit lower. Anyway, that's it for me today. I got my fish, I'm happy. That'll feed my family for a few nights, save us having to go to the supermarket. I've still got bait and fuel for next time I want to go out, so I won't have to go and interact with anyone. So in the meantime, stay safe. Keep your eyes on my channel and my Facebook page for a comp coming up soon. We're going to give away a couple of rods and reels in conjunction with Southside Boating and Fishing. Also, how's this donut shirt? This amazing donut shirt from Captain Jack's, one of the coolest shirts I've ever seen, so thanks to Captain Jack for that. And if you like our stuff, subscribe. Got any questions, put them down in the box below. And until next time, stay tuned. Yeehaw!